Look at the baseline mechanics of the sky. It operates as a precise, unbroken engine of continuous motion. Within this system, the sun and moon act as the primary drivers of the rhythm. In astrological language, they govern two distinct layers: the solar expression of conscious identity and the lunar engine of unconscious habit. This stone relief shows how early observers mapped these cycles. They translated the unyielding cosmic rhythm into sacred calendars, using the circular progression of these figures to track planetary time. But this predictable architecture is not perfectly smooth. The map contains specific engineered points of tension. These critical mathematical crossing points are known as the lunar nodes. Watch how the orbital path of the moon intersects with the solar ecliptic line here. When the luminaries converge on these exact coordinates, the standard planetary rhythm is intercepted. These interceptions are built directly into the celestial geometry. As an eclipse approaches, the harmonious angles of the daily sky tighten into sudden geometric tension. In a conjunction, you can see two massive planetary bodies merging into a single, highly concentrated node. Alternatively, an opposition pulls these 2 points apart, stretching them into stark polarity across a rigid 180-degree axis line. This intense angular pressure restricts the normal flow of the chart, creating a severe energetic bottleneck. Under this weight, the steady forward momentum of planetary time halts. The tension becomes so concentrated that it overrides the standard activities of whatever astrological houses it occupies. The celestial geometry aligns precisely to break the established rhythm, forcing a total system override. Then comes the physical manifestation, the exact moment the source light is cut off from the Earth. Looking at this solar eclipse, a stark black void dominates the center. Symbolically, this marks a period where external, conscious identity is temporarily swallowed by the shadow, leaving only the corota visible at the edges. Conversely, as the dark, grainy shadow creeps across the moon during a lunar event, the engine of internal emotional memory and deep-rooted habit is actively suppressed. This suspension of the primary luminaries is known as the void space, a moment where the usual celestial transmission is placed on hold. While suspended in this shadow, old archetypal patterns are starved of the light that normally sustains them. This concealment functions as a structural threshold. By severing the immediate link between the previous cycle and the one that follows, it creates the mechanical gap necessary for a shift in momentum. The immediate aftermath of the event begins the exact second the shadow passes and source light floods back into the system. Whatever lay hidden or obscured in the dark during the void space is exposed. While the light was blocked, the planets continued their transit into new degrees and houses. This map of the constellations illustrates the result. As the shadow recedes, it reveals a celestial layout that has already realigned to new coordinates. The shadow's passage fractures old lunar habits and disrupts stagnant emotional tides. By dismantling these patterns, the event clears out the necessary vacant space for new archetypes to take root. This systemic reset is the true utility of the eclipse. It recalibrates the cosmic calendar for the entire upcoming cycle. This newly formed macrocosmic alignment directly influences individual human behavior on Earth, subtly altering the patterns of our internal emotional weather. Navigating this post-threshold energy requires an honest look at how we structure our personal relationships, our creative disciplines, and our daily routines. It is entirely counterproductive to view a cosmic reset through the lens of fatalistic, fear-based prediction. Instead, we can use this astrological phenomenon as a symbolic framework for psychological self-mastery and internal recalibration. Eclipses do not act as external forces waiting to punish us. They operate as highly visible geometric mirrors, reflecting our own inherent capacity for internal renewal.